Hello everybody, and welcome to a drive today in something a little bit different from Bug Eye Guys. This is a 1964 midget that's kind of a resto mod in that it's unconventional. Let's go for a drive. I think you'll like this car. Hopefully it'll come across. I really like the car. Hopefully will come across that it's extremely well executed. So somebody spent a lot of time and invested a lot of passion into this car. Now we have a very special result for sale, and somebody will get a very nice car to play with. So this car is unique for multiple reasons. It's been painted differently. This two-tone, it's got like a Healy blue, but it's a little more teal than that. But it's a gorgeous metallic blue. It's very well executed. It's a really nice quality paintwork and bodywork underneath it. And then the builder also put in a 1300 Datsun engine. And that's an engine we've seen before. I think it was used in a 210 or some Datsun product back in the 70s, but it's basically a 1275 engine, a little bit bigger, I think. But it is probably more stout of a power plant with an aluminum head, a little different design, but about the same size, and it might even be a little bit lighter. So it's a nice setup. If you're looking for originality, you probably wouldn't be looking at this car anyway, because it isn't, of course, the original engine. But it's a nice engine, and it's a strong engine. It's performing great. It doesn't hiccup. It was built with two SUs, HS2 SUs, and they're set up nicely, and the car has smooth acceleration throughout. So I like this power plant. It could be even more durable than a 1275 A-series engine, so you have that advantage as well. The transmission mated to this is a Datsun 5-speed, which is a common Sprite 5-speed upgrade. So that is just attached directly to the Datsun engine, so you don't need a backplate and conversion kit, which is what we're used to using in Bug Eyes when we put that gearbox in those cars. Those are the main mechanical differences. He's also got XAS Michelin radials, a brand new set of tires, and brand new wheels as well. So he's really basically done anything that he could do to keep this car in tip-top shape. And the driving reflects that. These are new electronic gauges. We have a GPS antenna right here on the tunnel and an electronic tach, so they should also last, for the life of the car. We have 3,645 miles showing at the moment, and I'm guessing that's how far the car has gone since it was painted and restored. I would like to put new front shocks in the car. I think these are kind of a little beyond middle age. They could be stiffened up a little bit. I can tell by the way the car handles over the bumps. Now, other people have mentioned already about comparing this car to a Bug Eye. I know a lot of our customers are Bug Eye lovers like I am. I have to say that there are a number of reasons why this car is particularly attractive, especially if you're feeling like you wouldn't go out in a January day like I am. You have a roll-up window. I've rolled up this one to give me a little bit of shelter from the wind. And I can get this one up too. There we go. Now we have a little bit more of a quiet envelope, I hope. A lot of the air is coming up the back deck on all these old English cars, but these side windows help a lot. I think more importantly, if you have the top up, that's when it's such a luxury to have a roll-up window. So for those clients of ours who are a little more interested in comfort than when they were in their glory days, I think that a roll-up window and a top is a really nice way to extend the utility of these classic cars. In a Bug Eye, it's possible that you're limiting yourself to pristine weather, and in a car like this, I think that you're basically buying a little bit extended season and extended utility for these cars. So the car tracks nice and straight, and the new wheels and tires really really helps with that. But on the highway in particular, there's no vibration. And we'll show you that in a minute here. It's a lot of fun to drive the car. It's a nice handling car. That's 50 miles an hour. And the car is, you know, really easy to drive and forgiving. It's tight and responsive, but not so tight that it's difficult to drive. You can use this car on the highway, which is not necessarily something you want to do if you're, you know, some of our customers just want to noodle around town, but I like knowing that you can do that if you want to do that. If you want to go on a long trip in this car or away for the weekend, you can do all that. You know, the car is built to do that, so why not? Remember, in 1964, people, they drove these cars as their only car, so you can use this car as well as look at it and enjoy it both ways. The car has a nice stay-fast tonneau and also a nice stay-fast top. So those are expensive pieces of fabric. They're beautifully, a little more elegant and kind of in keeping with the way this car is built. A more tasteful interpretation of what was a very simple car back at the time. Midgets also had chrome molding down the side. These are not present here. I believe it's a Sprite grill, a little bit more of a grid work than the Midget grill, which had vertical slats. So again, the builder took liberties to make it their way, and I think it's all very tastefully done. I just want to make sure if somebody's looking for accurate, they understand that wasn't the goal here. The goal was to produce something that was a piece of art, and I think they accomplished that goal. Oil pressure is right where we want it. The temperature is also where we want it. Fuel gauge is working. So we have choke, wipers, panel light, horn, and headlights. Very simple. And this is the heater blower, which you twist to activate. That would be the H knob. The H is a little bit worn off. We have new ones of those. And checking my mirror to make sure that they're not bearing down on me. I make a left here into the Y for swimming, and that completes our mission today. A drive to the pool in a very nifty classic car, which is available on our website. Thank you for coming for a ride with me today. January 15th and 40 degrees, so we have some nice convertible weather. Do like to be able to exercise these cars all winter long. We're lucky to have a mild winter. Thank you again for coming, and have a great day. Always an end spot for me, for less exposure. Only one side is vulnerable to door dings, and I park way to the side. Lots of margin and space to protect this and all of our old cars. That's it.